Yes, good morning.
Well, good Sunday morning, and that it is. I mean, looking at our downtown Portland sky cam, that sunshine just screaming through the clouds right now. Nice, warming temperatures. No, that's a joke, actually. It's actually very cold this morning, even though the looks outside are deceiving. We're at 38 degrees right now, and so we are going to be looking at a warm-up later this afternoon, but you got to go through the cooler air right now. It's all thanks to that system that was leaving us yesterday. At least it left us dry for now, but overall, we got some temperatures right now. Sanford coming in at 31, 33 for Freiburg.
It's getting warmer. It's 41 now.
Freiburg to Naples,
it's getting
sitting
warmer.
almost 10 degrees at a difference. So overall, enjoy the 30s and 40s because as we continue to go through the work week, well, they're going to go away and they're going to warm up. So we do have a frost
You just
advisory
need a nice
right now
warm drink.
Until we get to
Doing
7
some
o'clock. Overall,
stretches.
most
Probably
of the
do
north,
reading in
but
a little
at this
bit.
point in time, I'd say the only thing you could have done was cover the plants that are more sensitive to these cooler temperatures, which most are. So we are still seeing some struggling temperatures even going through the mid-morning. But by the afternoon, a lot of us rising up to the upper 50s, low 60s. We're going to be looking at the west winds picking up again, changing direction coming from the south. And so we're going to see a little bit of a warm-up. But we're also going to be tracking our next chance for impact weather. The clouds, as I just showed you from our downtown Portland sky cam, already coming in just like yesterday, coming from the north, from Canada. So this low is going to just ride on downwards, and that's going to give us that next chance of rain later today. So we do have impact weather for your afternoon. By Monday, a few chances for showers do remain. A little bit cooler for some of us, but certainly not as cold as what we woke up to this morning. Mid-40s is what you're going to be looking at out the door by the time we get to the afternoon. I'd say upper 50s, perhaps even some low 60s, especially further inland.
It is a good day to bake some muffins.
Yes, another chance for an isolated shower just as we go towards our Tuesday afternoon, but looking at our rain chances, much lower even as we head into next weekend. And with that gradual clearing, sunshine returning, and so are the warmer temperatures. So I just wanted to show you guys some good news, but we are ending out the weekend, of course, on more of a wet, soggy note. As we go through the morning, a few showers will start to pop up off the mountains. But as we go through the afternoon, I'd say 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, be listening for that chance for some thunder. When thunder roars, go indoors. Most of us are just going to be seeing some showers along the coast, but I think most of the activity today is going to be centralized towards the mountains, anywhere from Farmington, Rangeley, Bethel. You guys are going to be looking for this, but looking for sunshine as we go further out into the forecast. So looking at the 8-day inland forecast, comparing it to the coastal forecast, inland, looking further out, right about Wednesday, Thursday, going into Friday. We're going to be trying to pump out some 80s there, while the rest of us along the coast with a sea breeze later into the next weekend. Probably looking at a little bit of a sea breeze, so hopefully staying a little cooler, but oh my gosh, I'm finally seeing some warmer temperatures.
Finally, yeah, shorts was not the move coming in this morning. I learned that pretty quickly, but I will say the moon was beautiful.
Elusive too.
That's almost full, right?
Yeah, it was.
It looked good. All right, thanks, Emily.
Back here in Maine, Cycling for a Cause. 3 packed classes held at Jive Studio in Yarmouth this morning to support 2 spin instructors who were shot in Charleston, South Carolina earlier this month. Kerrigan Alley and Julia Martell are now recovering from life-threatening injuries after that random shooting. The women both teach there at Jive, and the owner is thanking the community for its generosity. She says the fundraiser was held not just to raise money, but also as an opportunity to gather and express their appreciation.
The 2 girls who got injured are incredibly loved. They give so much of their energy and their time to all of the riders here, and I think it's incredibly important for the riders to show up for them too.
GoFundMe pages were also set up for both Kerrigan and Julia combined.
Have you ever heard of Gilbert and Sullivan? I have heard of Gilbert and Sullivan. Why do you ask?
An arrest has been made following a suspicious fire deemed an arson in Cornish. 18-year-old Paper Jones Cornish has now been charged with arson and is being held at the York County Jail. Maine State Police say 3 people identified from this footage you're seeing here were not involved in the arson.
I know, and you see all the...
home on Old Pike Road without injuries.
You can call them mobsters, but when you look at what the woke mobs are, I'm not sure what your idea of a mobster is, but I'd wake up if I were you. Yeah, I guess so. Well, doesn't it?
Trust to get tough on illegal immigration. Not Bobby Charles. Charles ran a DC consulting firm that advised radical California Democrats while they were defending sanctuary cities that put criminal illegal aliens back on the street. Bobby Charles is liberal on illegal immigration. Garrett Mason is the America First conservative for governor. Mason will fight alongside President Trump to deport criminal illegal aliens. Garrett Mason is tough on illegal immigration.
Senator Susan Collins delivers from Maine, bringing $190 million for rural hospitals.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and they get all worried about those little acts right there.
Cracking down on drug traffickers.
Right, getting someone to set little fires like that isn't that difficult. Whatever would have motivated or put that idea in that young gentleman's head? Why? What in the world would have motivated him to do that? What kind of fear propaganda or anger? And what was that in response to? I'd like to know. Did they ask him? Yeah, I wouldn't be worried. I mean, you should be worried about that kind of stuff, of course. You can't be letting that happen. But I'd be more worried about some of the bigger trailblazers. Yeah, these little things they get people doing, that's nothing compared to what they have coming. Well, like we said, a lot of these radical groups are well aware what's going on, and over the years, they've sent military forces and groups into villages and places and have wiped out innocent people. We've had to arrest some of our own military people for being a little too rough going through some of those neighborhoods. Well, you know, they were shown videos of abuse, child and animal abuse, just like they're doing here with the feeders and chasers. So for you little junior feeders and chasers to understand, that's what they've been doing with some of our military ops and trainings. And you know what? The simulated bullshit they do with some of their kids, and then they put some of the lower class people into those same classes to be the ones to get their legs blown off in a simulated fucking dive. I'm telling you right now, you think it's real. Yeah, okay, you're on the fucking moon. Anyways, right, so then they've had an experience. They've lost a friend. They've seen the blood. Okay. Right now they have a book to write. I mean, you're right in the line of those operations too, and grants and funding and chairs. So now you have the experience. You need to go to Camp David too, don't you? Yeah, it's very stressful. They'll medicate you and pamper you. I'm sure they have spin classes there too. These people are fucking sick, dude. They need help. We're in Augusta, Maine, and I have 4 children here. My youngest 2 are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles who have already been abused and tortured in ways I don't even like to think about. And it horrifies me that they're still in the custody of these abusers. It's like a Pandora's box, you know, Alice through the looking glass. You're screaming from a silent proof box. And you got to be really quiet. Because no one can hear you, but the psychos who think they're behind a curtain that's actually see-through, and we're all watching them, and you try to tell them, and they don't seem to care. No, I mean, they seem to think it's okay as long as they're abiding and crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and the paperwork's in order. Who cares if it's morally wrong? Yeah, you missed that, didn't you? Yeah, a lot of you did, and many of us have died. Many of the me's were dead. We're actually speaking to you from the great beyond, and our children have already been murdered, if you really want to get real. Yeah, no, you're murdering these children. So when you look at how they were vaccinated behind our back in 2013, years after we'd already dealt with harassment and abuse from the fucking psychos and hags throughout these systems, not wanting to look at the facts. Yeah, a lot of the doctors and experts who have been writing books about it and bringing forth the truth and common sense, yeah, it's all there. Yeah, so what we've been dealing with these psychotic people and what they did with a lot of the funding back in 2009 and 10, 11, No Child Left Behind, we can't let money be going to help with those things and educate about basic human functioning. No. Nope, we're going to take it all and we're going to give it to the druggies and the psychos who believe that the non-vaxxers are crazy and their kids are just retarded because they're druggies, right? This back and forth shit. And people all throughout the news stations, Fox News, CNN, you fucking nasty fucks. Yeah, Rachel Maddow Mad Cow. She's probably the fucking smartest one of them all. Surprised you with that one. I know Klaus's eyes are like, what the fuck did she just say? Now you're tricking us. Now you're fucking with us. Don't let it don't let it fool you. There's a lot of trickery going on. Don't let it fool you. They're just statements to get you thinking. Dig deep. I hope you get your fucking air tanks. Speaking of that, Martha, speaking of air tanks, would you just look at the whales, Martha. Look at the whales, Martha. That's an orca skull. Those are whales. And now, class, we're going to learn how to use common sense. No, don't make us. Yeah, no, go pop your pills. Oh my, just the thought of it. Just the thought of acknowledging reality has stressed them out. They need to go take their pills. Can't be wasting time listening to such foolery.
In a deadly bus crash in Virginia that killed 5 people, including 2 children and their parents. That crash happened yesterday morning. The bus slammed into 2 cars carrying the victims. Police say the driver was speeding when the bus crashed into several vehicles on I-95 and ended up in a ditch. The bus driver is charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Overseas
Oh
now
my
to the deadly
goodness, that's so
Ebola
sad.
outbreak. The number of cases and fatalities increased tonight. The head of the World Health Organization.
Yeah, the Ebola outbreak. Did they get the COVID vaccine over there? That's probably what the outbreak's from. Did they wear their masks? What the fuck? People are so fucking stupid. This is so sickening and disgusting. And when you see people at that level actually sitting there in those chairs getting paid that amount of money to fucking sit there and report this shit like it's real, stop with your fucking fear propaganda and bullshit and fucking get real and common sense already. Holy fucking shit, dude. Unbelievable. You people are fucked in the head. Anyways, yeah, it's really common sense type stuff. And the fact that they're not educating people about it and continuing with the fear propaganda and supporting these fucking nasty fucks and big pharma and druggies and slugs and marketers all throughout our communities that have been taking advantage of the stupids. Even their own family members. That's why they moved away. Because they know they're fucking nasty, horrible people that are just teaching each other lessons, and then that's putting our children, our school systems and healthcare systems in danger. They don't fucking care. No, they have to go to Botox and maybe spin class. Maybe. Holy shit, dude. Are you guys serious? For real? What's up with that thing? I don't want to know how it hangs. Straight up. Wait up. Hold up, Mr. Lover. Aw. Like Prince said, you're a sexy mother. I like him real wild. You know, smooth black skin with a smile. Bright as the sun. You want to have some fun? Come and give me some of that yum yum chocolate dip. Honey dip. Can I get a scoop? Isn't it cute? Yeah, so anyways, my name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine, and I have 4 children here. My youngest 2 are in the hands of sick murderers, pedophiles, psycho, sadistic fucking people. We've named them for you. Okay, Michael Scott Garand, him and his sick mother, Shirley. She's had 3 last names that we know of. Wymond, Garand, and Cottrell. Yeah, they're fucking psycho, evil, horrible, abusive people that like to beat up little kids. They're psychotic people, and it horrifies me knowing that my children have been in their custody all these years being tortured and abused while you fucking psycho pill-popping druggies profiting from fear propaganda, bullshit, and childish beliefs as though it's just fun. We're just having fun, you know, like ghosts and goblins and ghouls. These people take all the fun out of everything. You people are fucking sick, and you really need to grow up. A lot of adults and mature people are beyond fed up with your nasty, immature fear propaganda and peddling of your nasty fucking lifestyles. Grow the fuck up. No, I mean, you can carry on, keep doing it. Just hopefully the powers that be and the systems at play wake the fuck up and start actually educating people to the facts instead of coddling their rich sponsors' beliefs. And it's not even that, like, a lot of times they don't even believe that. They just want that to be the narrative on the screen for the public, for the general public, the stupids, you know? Right, how have you not woken up to that? What did Tucker Carlson say? They're gaslighting you. Woo! Then he's on YouTube. They're gaslighting you. Woo! I mean, are you that fucking stupid? And then when you look at the activists, the animal activists and nasty fucks and sponsors they're connected to, and how they feed, these punks feed those kind of people, the child and animal pornography and abuse. And then they deal with investigators, right? I mean, all these watchers and chasers. When are you people going to get fucking real and stop your childish bullshit? And understand that those fucking games and investigations are what is getting people killed. But you carry on playing your fucking slut and gangster roles, you fucking stupid pieces of shit. We're very sad. We see a lot of you idiots get killed all the time, too. You want to keep getting in that fucking chair and acting like you're cool and it's just your job? Grow the fuck up. We're in Augusta, Maine. My name's Mary, Governor Hill Mansion. My youngest 2 children are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles who have already made the child and animal pornography and abuse videos that they feed out to you sick activist groups. Under my fucking thumb, dude. Under my fucking thumb. Right, so hopefully the proper authorities step up, because we're surrounded by citizens involved with the fraud. They have nasty fucking addictions. They're entitled, gross, egoic, horrible people, and I do hope they burn in fucking hell right along with the child abusers. I do, yes, I hope and I pray.
It's not just what's inside your home that matters.
There was a time when we hoped and prayed that they'd humble themselves and wake the fuck up and address it, but it's too late for that, Alice. It's way too fucking late. Right, so hopefully the proper authorities step the fuck up and do what they can to help these kids. And if I were you sick motherfuckers, I'd seriously pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. Just a friendly suggestion. The radicals are pissed, and they on their way. I can hear them coming now. Again. You ready for another round? Anyone listening, you want to keep watching innocent people get killed or fucking speak the truth? Simple question. I try to go for style. I do my city pride.